about Sonic. Is this token heading to $1? We need to break down exactly what's going on because we're starting to see altcoins catch a pump. Sonic up 3% today whilst Bitcoin is up 1.7%. And we're forming a very, very important bullish setup. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm seeing in the charts and what I think the price target is for this token. If you like this type of content, smash all the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. I'm in Dubai at the moment, guys. We do have token 2049. I will be meeting the Sonic team as well. So if there's any updates in terms of what they're working on or any messages from Michael Kong or Andre Cronje, I'll be sharing those with you guys here on the channel. So make sure you are subscribed. If you are here also, reach out to me in the Twitter DMs or on Telegram. Let's connect in Dubai. Now, really important situation going on here with Sonic. We know the 50-cent mark is a key psychological level of resistance. We've managed to push above that. We're now at 53 cents here on Sonic with 58-cent resistance above us. But more important than that, I want you to watch for this triangle. This consolidation triangle is what we need to be watching for because this has the potential to break to the top side and allow us to recover back to some price points which we saw at the start of Feb when we were at 99 cents in the mid of Feb, right? So this is a really important consolidation pattern. Of course, it ties in with the rest of the market, which has been hugely suppressed around the Trump tariff situation, fear, risk rotating off, whatever you want to call it. The fact of the matter is, Sonic was at 99 cents. The hype was unreal. The progress was unreal. We'll come onto that shortly as well. And it fell down to give you opportunities down to these kinds of levels, right? You're able to buy at this kind of 38, 39 cents mark just a couple of weeks ago on the 8th of April, right? And this was of no fault of these cryptos. These altcoins are not falling because this altcoin did something bad or this altcoin did something bad. I mean, unless we're talking about which is the situation to do with and OKX and a huge collapse here. In terms of Sonic, nothing happened, right? It's just moving with the rest of the market. Hold up, do you want to buy some Sonic? You can do so now using Femex. Femex is one of my favorite exchanges to use. Really easy user interface, some good levels of fees, good interaction with the exchange, fun to use. Check it out, get some awesome bonuses. Link is in the description. Let's get back into this video. And so the question now goes, how ready is it to run? And remember the clue I gave you. When you start to see green shoots, when you start to see sporadic days where the market shows a little bit of green in altcoins, remember green in altcoins is showing risk is rotating on. Green in Bitcoin doesn't necessarily show that, right? Green in Bitcoin can be the positive situation, which is risk on, in other words, altcoins moving with it, or Bitcoin can be green on its own and altcoins red, which indicates risk rotating into safer plays, i.e. Bitcoin. Okay, so when you start to see this kind of a picture here where you're seeing select coins start to move, I want you to focus on which coins are responding, right? If your coin is not responding on these kinds of days, I normally indicate that you should worry. You should be a little bit worried if your coin is not, it doesn't have that pumpability. It doesn't respond to the market. It doesn't have these kind of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% days. It should have them. It should respond well to good days. And if it's not, that's a little bit of a problem. I'll give you an example. Griffin, 12%. AI16Z, 12%. We know they're smaller market caps, so they can move a lot faster. Sui, 6% day today, right? Things are moving, so you can see which coins have got the attention, which ones are buying the narrative right now. I'm a little bit concerned for ADA, only moving 1.6% today, which is less than Bitcoin, right? So when you look at Sonic moving at twice the rate of Bitcoin, in other words, if you look at the Sonic versus Bitcoin chart, it's up 1% today, right? So it's outperforming Bitcoin slightly today. That's a good sign. That is what you want to see in the charts. Now, more than just that, when I look at this from a medium to long-term point of view, let's bring out our Fibonacci levels. Let's go from swing low. I'm not going to use the wick. Let's just use the swing low from here. Let's take it up to the swing high of 99 cents, which we saw on the 21st of Feb. And we get a price target, right? And the first price target from this bounce is to get back into your Fibonacci golden pocket. Just get back there, right? The 0.618 to 0.65. If you don't know what any of this means, incidentally, guys, ijazcrypto.com/TA, just learn all this stuff. I've recorded it all. You guys can go watch it, learn about Fibonacci, learn all the chart patterns, learn all the different indicators. it's all in one place. So to take time to do that, because then this will all make sense for you. So 76 to 78 cents for me is like a no-brainer, right? I fully expect this bounce, in my opinion, of course, do your own research, to get back to that 76 to 78%. That's a no-brainer for me. Even getting back to 99 cents where we were at the 21st of Feb, I see that as a foregone conclusion. For me, it's just a matter of time. That's what I expect to happen. I'll explain why. I'll explain why shortly. What's more exciting is where we start to get to Fibonacci extension. 1.272 level gives you $1.15. The next level, $1.24. More exciting is the Fibonacci golden extension. That 1.618 level gives you a price target of $1.36 on Sonic. And for me, that's what's exciting. That's more than a double of your money. And I think that can happen pretty quickly. Now, is that my long-term target? No. I expect Sonic to do a lot better. I mean, we're talking about a project which is sitting at $1.5 billion market cap. With the tech they've got, with the team they've got, with the experience they got, with the momentum that they've got as well, you know, for me, I just expect them to do much better than that once all coins start to wake up. And I think they're doing their part. They're doing their part. The team is doing their part. We'll come on to the progress being made in terms of the activity on chain. The user experience is crazy, right? If you've not used Sonic, go and use it. Use a DeFi protocol, right? Play with one of the games, play in the metaverse, just do something, transact on an NFT. Once you experience Sonic, you start to understand that, you know, I hate to say it, but Ethereum is getting old, right? Solana has its limitations as well. Now, each crypto has its plus and has its down points, but Sonic really does hit a lot of that blockchain trilemma, right? Decentralized, scalable, secure. We're seeing that all start to come to fruition. So when you look at the market cap, there's no reason this can't be a $10 billion project. I think that's even aiming low. There's no reason this can't be a $20, $30 billion market cap project. In fact, if we go look at to break into the top 10 right now, before an altcoin season truly takes off, Cardano is sitting here at $25 billion in market cap. Right? So if you do the math and you do 25 divided by 1.5, 16.6 times. Sonic can move 16.6 times to get to Cardano's market cap right now when Cardano is miles off its all-time high. So you can see the arguments for why, you know, this could just be, you know, it's got so much potential. Let's take another example. Let's say you're a bit more risk averse. Polkadot is in the top 20 at 6.6 billion, right? So let's take 6.6, let's divide that by your 1.5, and you got a 4.5 times multiple for Phantom to get to Polkadot's market cap again in a bear market. And that's not to mention the fully diluted nature. Let's take another coin, right? Let's take something like Avalanche, and we click into Avalanche. Now, I happen to know that this is still one of the better ones, but again, look at the fully diluted. Market cap is less than 10 billion, but the fully diluted is already at 15 billion. So the benefit of Sonic, coming back to the Sonic chart, is that that Sonic has most of its coins in circulating supply, right? You're not getting diluted. There's not going to be these huge unlocks, like, you know, there's a big unlock coming up with Sui this week as well. There's not these big things creating downfalls or increase in supply, pushing your token price down. That's why you see Phantom, Sonic, you know, moving with that momentum. It has that pumpability because the supply is so well carefully crafted. And I think that's something not enough people are talking about. Let's now move on to the total value lock. Now, I know this metric is not, you know, the be all and end all, but it's a real good indication for people that are using the ecosystem. And I want to take you back. Remember when Sonic hit its peak, 99 cents since the rebrand? Of course, Phantom has gone up as for $3.50, etc. But let's take the Sonic era. The Sonic era, on the 21st of Feb, we hit 99 cents. And since that point, I'm going to take you back to that point here. Here where my cursor is, just come back here, there. 21st of Feb, 2025, total value locked was 1.31 billion. Since then, what do you see that the chart is doing? Up and to the right. In fact, let me just bring in the edge of that chart so you can see it just there. Look at that. Up and to the right. And where are we sitting right now? 2.178 billion. So it's just grown. I mean, from the 21st of Feb, you've seen tremendous growth in the total value locked. More and more people are using it, from 1.3 billion to 2.1 billion, and yet the price has gone down. Right, the price is about half, right, and it was less than half if you were buying that candlestick at 39 cents. And this is the beauty of it. It's becoming more and more undervalued. And that's why when you look at these price points, I just see them as bargains. I can see a time once the tariff situation calms down, once altcoins start pumping and the altcoin season is starting to take momentum, people are going to be flocking to quality plays, right? They'll be looking for their SUIs. They're going to be looking for, their Solanas maybe. They'll be looking for these types of projects. And they're going to find Sonic. They're going to find Sonic. They're going to use Sonic. They're going to realize it's the future. And they're going to want a bag of it. And at that point, this price action will really start to move, and this price target of $1.36, in my opinion, is going to look very, very cheap. Like I explained, the market cap of Sonic is low. I mean, for the total value locked, it is low. And for me, that's something that's really, really important to understand. Now, again, I just want to emphasize this just a little bit more. The market cap to TVL ratio for Sonic is 0.78. 0.78. It's just behind my head. Let me see if I can bring that up just here. Follow my cursor. You just can't see. I think it's just cutting off the screen. It's 0.78. Take my word for it. It's 0.78. The market cap to total value locked, I'm just looking at Avalanche's, is 4.18. 4.18 for Avalanche, okay? So in other words, you're paying $4 for $1 of total value locked on Avalanche. You're paying 78 cents for $1 of total value locked on Sonic, okay? Let's take another one. Let's take our good friend Binance Smart Chain. 9.58%. You're paying, in other words, $10 for $1 of total value locked on Binance. On Solana, the multiple is 4. You're paying $4 for $1 of total value locked. So you can see why this premise starts to become almost like a no-brainer in terms of an investment point of view. And again, from a technical point of view, things are lining up as well quite nicely with this big consolidation pattern. Of course, there's going to be some key levels of resistance. The first one is the one where we got rejected a couple of days ago from 58 cents. 58 cents is going to act like resistance. Once we clear that, look forward to 65. Once we clear the battle at 65, things start to get interesting into this golden pocket, 76 to 78. Then we got a little bit of a battle at 83 because that's where we got rejected early in January. Then we're back at 99 cents. Okay, so, we're not out of the woods, but if you look at it, it's a huge, big pattern. And this is what's positive here for the Sonic chart. Now, let's bring out our EMA ribbon just to finish off this analysis. You can see we've recovered our EMA ribbon. It took a while, just like it did for Bitcoin, but we're now back above it. We're back above it. It's looking bullish here on the daily chart. On the 4-hourly chart, we've been riding positively here above our EMA ribbon. We just retested it. We're showing a good response. We need a higher high. Let's break above 57 cents here. This is where we got wicked here and start heading upwards in order to get some momentum. Now, is there some downside risk? Yes, but I think most of that downside risk is not tied to the project specifically, it's tied to the market. If Trump really does wallop up the tariff situation or causes a bit of a problem, yes, this pattern can break to the downside. I mean, I see some support at 45 cents and then, of course, back to that 40-cent level on Sonic. But again, I don't think Trump is in the position where he wants to mess things up. I think, and the market, you can see how the market is responding, is thinking that things will get better here on in. So there you have it, guys. That is my Sonic price target. Let me know in the comments, are you adding? Are you buying more Sonic? What's your position on Sonic? Do you still believe in it? One thing is for sure, they've come a long way from some of their pain points. I mean, if you look at the ecosystem, if you look at the protocols, if you look at the social media, if you look at the community being built, it's impressive. It's impressive how it's changed over the last 3 to 4 years. And for that, credit to the team. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. If you like this type of content, smash up likes. Do not forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.